the kayak. I'm gonna put some muskrat traps in. It's snowing out. It's snowing like crazy at home. Alright, so I've got 10 traps in my kayak. I have more in the truck if I need to go and get them. We'll check the beaver traps when we're done setting these up. I want to get a bunch of these in if I can. It's snowing today, a little cool on the cool side. I think it's like 33. It's going to rain tonight, tomorrow. So, and I'm going to record. I mean, I've got a run right here, and I got another one right behind me. I'll set these two, and then I'll shut the camera down. We'll go up further, find a few more to set, and we'll resume recording then. I want to try to keep video as short as I can so that I can get more content put in it. I'm hoping there's enough battery and everything left in this SD card room for my 1 in a million, because that is, what is this? There we go. I've got a place when we check beaver traps where I'm gonna set my 1 in a million. I do that every year. I have a 1 in a million. Believe it or not, most of the time it does work pretty well. So I'm gonna hope for that again, and it's kind of cool. Some people will probably laugh at me when they see what I'm gonna do. But anyway, it's gonna be interesting to say the least. But all right, come on. That catches off. That one doesn't want to cooperate as usual. There's always one. Yep, there we go. Get that out of the way. And stay set, right? Alright. And there's a nice pathway right over there coming in from the main channel on the other side where the beaver are. And I want this. Come on. To be right there. Now, I don't want to really use my other poles, but I don't have a choice. And the swivel stick, which will also act as a dive pole here as well. And so what we're going to do is go right between those two jaws. It's solid ground. Yep, just like that. That's all there is. Alright, let's go set up another one. Just grab this. That's going to be my 1 in a million right there. But we'll get to that once we're done putting these in. This is another nice little channel right here. You got a muskrat trail coming in there, and it goes up through there out to the main channel. You can see where they're coming up right here. Another pathway right there. So, whoa, wow, that's pretty deep. I'm actually glad that happened. Let's go down like that. Let's grab this one. Man, I wish I had a couple of set and goes with me. I almost brought them, but I got a lot in my boat as it is, and me trying to get into it, and there's not a whole lot of room. But we'll do what we can. That's really got me. Yeah, that's a muskrat toilet right there. Can I get this in there? Yeah, that's definitely a toilet. Now I'm not sure how I want to set this up. That's another thing you gotta do. You gotta read the sign that these critters are giving to you. If you see sign, tracks, a toilet, anything like that, that's where you want to put your traps. And try to disguise them as best as you can. Let me get this over here. I mean, they're going through here, but yeah, that is pretty deep. Maybe. Yep, I bet we can get it in there, guys. Yep, we can. Yep, I like that. And then you've got this grass. It's all natural to them anyway. They're already going under it. But what I'm going to do, this muskrat lure that we made, I'm going to grab this and break off a little twig if we can, like this. And I'm just going to set it right down in here, like that. Alright, that's that. I don't think I'm going to set that again. I think we'll shut this down and go find a couple more runs. Alright, let's get at it. Nope, I couldn't do it, guys. I got to go back there and put another trap in that channel. I can't not set that. I just can't do it. Let's go up there. May have to go back to the truck and get more sticks, possibly more traps too. So I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of places to set in this area right here. The wire is way longer than it needed to be. I wish I could find some sticks here so I don't have to use up so many of the ones I brought, but that's why I bring them with me, because when you're out doing this right here, I mean, as you can see, there aren't many things here to pick from. So yeah, it's a little more work, but I don't have to waste time trying to find poles or dyed poles or things like that. So it's still snowing out pretty good. Not horrendously by any means, but I don't even dare to step in there because I'm pretty sure of that. Yeah, maybe I can do this. Yep. There it is. Let's grab that wire. Come back here. I will drop that trap down just a little bit more. Man, these gloves are a pain to work with. Absolute pain to work with. The poles are in the ground pretty good. This isn't going to go far, even if... Wow, that is deep. Let's do that. And I need to find... Oh, I just went off. Damn it. How can I set it in the water? Come on. Yep, thank you. There's the written rule right there again. Anything that can happen to slow you down. No, I don't like that. Absolutely will. Yep, I don't know. Very easy. Yep, there's that. Let's find a dive pole. Alright, I'm going to shut the camera down. All I need to do is get a dive pole. And we're going to move on. Alright, we'll get back to it in a minute. Alright, we're up. Not even 20 yards from where we just were, I don't think. I bypassed a couple of good channels. I don't know. I can't set every single one of them. So I'm going to try to pick the better ones out of all of them. And this one looks really, really good. Come on. There's that. There's actually two here. Let's see if I can't get caught in this trap. Come on. There we go. Alright. So that. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to wire that safety catch up. Yes, so that it doesn't fall down. Prevent the trap from going off or closing tight. Alright, there's that. And this is going to go right here. I want to come back enough so I've got enough room for this trap to go off. Is it already hitting the bottom? No, sir. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think that would be fine. I'm going to take this off. And just put it down here, right there. Cover that up. I want to get some of that stuff out of the way. I mean, I don't think I've ever been out setting traps in my boat in the snow. But it's alright. We will do what we gotta do. I want that tiny little stick. Just to go right there. That's all I want for that one. And then we're going to take this one. I've got a spot right over here. I don't step in there. I really don't. But I don't have a choice, I guess. So, yep, let's come out right here. And you can see they're coming right through here, right into the water. So, we're going to have a little 220. A little 220. Surprise. Yep, that's that one. Open that up. Take that catch off. Open that just a bit and take that catch off. Nope, not that way. There we go. stand that up. I'm going to put that right there. I do need to wire this one off into something. So, oh, we have a little bush right here. Wrap that tight. Yep, we're going to have to put a swivel stick on that too. Yeah, I can probably pull that right off. But, let's get that down. Yeah, we'll have to put a swivel stick, obviously. Alright, we'll do that. Snow, really? Come on. We'll just grab another pole out of the boat. And if we have to go get more, we can. Just grab that one. It's a little long, but I think it will help hold the trap here as well. That's what we need right there. That's it. Alright, let's go. There's two there. Alright, I'm just going to shut this down. We got a few more poles. Let's go see what else we can find. So we're not even, I don't know, 15 feet from where we just were. And you can probably see the sticks from the traps we just put in. There's a nice pathway right here. It goes up through there and into the other creek, and it also goes around and goes up that way. I couldn't pass this up. So there's also a little chute that comes out right there. I really wish I had some set and goes with me. I really, really do. Man, I could set all kinds of traps up in here. But we'll do what we can with what we got. If I elect to go back to the truck to get more, I don't know, we'll see. The snow was supposed to have let up, but obviously it has decided not to do that. No, don't do that. Come on. Come on. Yeah, sticking to that hard bottom would be great. Yeah, not really exactly where I wanted it, but it'll work. And wrap it around. It's hard to get it tight on some of these really tiny bushes like this, but I've got to do something to anchor it. I've never caught an otter up here, but I know full well that they're in here. And if you've got muskrat, you've got otter. And mink as well. Alright, so there's that. I'm going to leave that way. I really need a dive pole. I don't want to use any more of my poles. Come on. But I'm going to have to, I guess. I want to drop it just a little bit. Set that on that. And alright, there we go. There's that one. Alright, shut this down. I got a couple more poles, so we're going to have to go get more poles. So, alright, let's go find another one. Alright, so we're up around the corner just a little bit further. I put two traps together. I actually went and found a couple of dive poles that I hope will work, but there's absolutely nothing out here to find to grab. I guess we'll go. I don't want to mess these up if I can help it. Boy, it's a massive trail right here. I'm pretty sure it's probably deer. I mean, it's a absolute highway. Alright, let's come over here and hopefully we don't sink and fall right completely out of sight. Actually, I don't know what I want to set right here. What do we have over here? Oh, right there. Let's have a look at this. Yep, this will probably work. Yeah, there's deer tracks right there. We come up in here. Probably should have put this on 2 poles. Oh yeah, there's even beaver stick right there. How deep is that? Yeah, that's way deep. Damn it. What if we... Yep, that's a nice spot right here. That also appears like it goes underground. Boy, that's a hard bottom though. Yeah, not so much on that side. I can raise this up some. This will definitely need to be wired off to something. I'm going to need this to come all the way up to the top. Well, I thought this was going to be an easy set. Throw these 2 in real quick. Alright, let's go to that. But clearly there's probably beaver coming in right here. There are some small chewed beaver sticks. Well, if that's the case, let's see how good this little 220 does. I have no doubt it will do phenomenal. Come on. Get that up there. There's that. I just need to get that catch off. Come on. Nope, not in there. Yeah, these things. There we go. Come on, slide up. Yep, like that. And give me this. I'd really like to step in here, but I don't know about it. It's still kind of soft. Nope, this is on. That catch needs to come up. Like that, and I want this. Boy, that is a hard bottom. Right there. Alright, we're going to need a swivel pole, which I will definitely go get. This is a great spot. Get that out of the way. Boy, this is deep. This is a deep channel. But it's alright. Alright, we're going to wire it right tight to that one right there. Is that? Let me go get. If I can get out. Yep. Actually, a pivot pole right there, but I don't know about it. Don't know if it's going to quite work. It might. If we can have any luck, it might. don't think it's going to be long enough anyway. No, it isn't. What if we... Okay, the trigger is on the inside. It don't have to be anything spectacular, it just needs to hold that trap. Right there. And we don't want to take up too much of the inside. Yep, that'll work. Now all I need to do is get a dog pole. Let's see if I can find one. Nope, that's not dead. Yeah, this is a great trail. Alright, I'm going to shut the camera down while I look for a dog pole. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, so I found a dog pole. We got that set up. I like that. I like it a lot. Might only work for rats. I don't know. But, alright, let's go back here to the boat and try to get this other trap put in real quick. Man, it's almost a freaking blizzard out here. Christ. Alright, let's grab this. Let's get it set. Wow. Yep, I don't like that. Nope. Alright, well, leave those on. That is obviously on the wrong way. I don't believe there's any way I can set that to have that work. Yeah, I'm pretty sure of it. Nope. Alright, so I'm going to shut the camera off and I got to fix this. I'm going to get it in here though. Alright, I took that off that pole. Actually, the only thing I need to remember is to make sure the trigger and the dog are on the outside of the pole. If I do that, I won't have those problems. So, hopefully this pole will be long enough to do what we want it to do. I don't know that it will be. Murphy's Law, guys. Anything that can go wrong, 9 times out of 10, it will. Probably we're going to fall in right here too, so. I mean, there's a bank here, but it doesn't stay here very long. Can we move that out of the way? Yes. Yeah, wicked soft mud. Crazy. I don't like that though. Can we hook that into that chain? Yes, we can. Can we get this to go into the ground? I don't know that. Nope, not appearing that way. Yep, we did. Yeah, right there. I'm going to grab that stuff, get it out of the way. And I'm going to grab this old pole that I have that I really don't want to use for this. God, that is deep mud. Yep, that's what we're going to do right there. And we're out of poles. So, I'm going to throw a little bit of this lure. Yep, we're gonna do it. There's a stick right in my boat. Right there. And I'm gonna throw that right in there like that. Yep. gonna rain tonight, tomorrow night. I guess before I decide to go get more poles, we'll paddle up a little bit and see what we got. I know there's more channels up through here, but I still gotta go check all the beaver traps that we have out here too. Alright, you get in, get away from that trap so you don't set it off. Alright, I'll shut this down and we'll be back when we find something. So, I paddled down the pond that way, I don't know, 400 or 500 yards. I found a couple of runs of trails, I guess you could call them. Pretty good ones, but I don't think they warrant me setting traps way down there. I don't think they're going to be that productive. But on my way back, as you can see, thanks to the snowfall that we have, I did find this muskrat house. And so I checked it out on the way by. There is a den entrance out in front, and it is legal for us to set that. So I paddled my super boat back to the truck, and I grabbed a couple of set and goes, and I'm going to try not to muddy this up, so hopefully you guys can see down in here, and right there is the den entrance to that rat house. So I'm going to back us up just a little bit. Don't want to muddy this up. And I'm going to put a set and go right there where that comes up and narrows right up. And I have one of these right here, if it will cooperate with me momentarily. That's probably the missus. Sorry honey, I can't answer the phone right this second, but as soon as I get this trap in here I will. I'll call you right back. Give me just a couple minutes, get that out of the way. Ooh, nope, not that trap. Nope, not that one. It's got a rivet coming out. So, let's grab this one. And let's get this one rigged up and ready to go. And let's go this way. Come on. Let's get this bad boy set right on here. Perfect. Just like that. And I want, without falling into the water or tipping over. Nope, that is very soft bottom. This might sink right out of sight. I don't know. I'm gonna hold this right here. Oh, it fell right over. Come on. So what we need to do is come back this way with it a little bit. Maybe. I can't see. I don't think it's sitting quite the way I want it to. Now it is. Just let that clear just a moment. And hopefully I actually wish it was over this way a little bit more. Yep, I'm liking that right there. Yep, right centered in that. Now when we catch a muskrat, we'll never find it because it'll be buried in the mud. Alright, so there's that one. I don't know mean, you can see little underground tunnels here everywhere. I know this comes out here somewhere. Alright, I'm gonna pause. I know that was a miss. Is probably wondering how I'm doing, making sure I'm alright. So I'm gonna shut this down and call her real quick. Alright, we'll get back at it in a minute. Yeah, so that was a missus. Making sure I'm still afloat and not stuck on the bottom underwater somewhere. So let's go back and take a look at this. Hopefully you can see it better now. And I'd like to find, I got a couple of poles with me. I'd like to put another trap on this house somewhere. I really don't know where. I can't get out to look around, so. Oh, that trap. I don't like how that trap is, but it will work that way. I know it will. I should have had it. Could put it out here too. Yeah, I want to move that. I don't like that. Come on, get me up here. I am not a left-hander, so it just does not want to stay there. Well, how about this? Can I get it? Right there. I like that. Alright, we'll paddle on. I can't really paddle, can't go anywhere. The water's not deep enough. Get us back out of here if we can. Well, I don't know. It's clearing up now. Yep, I think that's going to be great. Yeah, the water's clearing up. Alright, I'm going to get out of here. We'll come back to it in a minute. I just want to look over here maybe, see if there's another small run or something that we can set. There's got to be one somewhere right here that these critters use them. Like I said, I am absolutely certain that it's right there. God, I'd like to stand out in here. There's no way that I can. I don't think I can even get a trap in there, and I really want to. Yeah, that is absolutely where they're coming out. Well, anybody that knows me. And of course, these don't have a freaking wire on them. Alright, let me shut the camera down just to shorten the video while I put this together, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright, I got this trap put together, and as usual, I put it on backwards again. I'm going to hope that I can get it to work. And hopefully I can reach over there where I need to go. Yeah, I can make that work. Now, let's see. I need my boat. Nope, my boat doesn't want to move. Well, we're gonna like you said, you're taking a freaking face plant. We were over there a minute ago. How in the hell? No, before I muddy that all up. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I can't stand on it. Not the way you want to do that stuff, but it's way too muddy to see it now. Alright, so we're going to set and go over there. We're going to paddle over. Maybe we can see it, maybe we can't. And then I'm going to shut this down and we're going to head up to the main channel and go check our beaver traps up there. That thing still, that just does not want to stay in the center of that run. I don't know why. Just does not. Okay, well, let's go this way. Alligator, you will now. Much better, I think. No, not like that. I don't know why this thing is giving me such a hard time. Came right off the brick that time. Anyway, I'm not loving it. There. Set and go. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to go. Because I could sit here all day and mess with that thing, and I'm not going to do that. It's going to work no matter what. So, alright, I'm going to shut this down. We're going to hammer up. I'm going to go all the way up around that point and up this channel. Check our beaver traps. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, we got a channel set right up here on the right before we get into the big channel on the other side. I don't know if there's anything in it. I don't see a dog pole. Speed racer. I don't even see my stick that holds my trap up. So, I guess we'll have to get out. Hopefully without falling in. Oh, I see the trap pole. Looks like it's been chewed off. You gotta be kidding me. Yep, you chewed my damn pole off. Look at that. They chewed them both off. Alright. This means war, you critters. Means war, I tell you. No, you know what they did? They chewed it in half. This is where the missus told me to put this on one pole going across the top. Alright, I'll shut this down. I've been defeated. Regroup. Alright, so what I did was I grabbed another pole out of my boat, put it on one pole, brought it back into this channel. Probably, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 feet from where it was. This channel is only a foot wide at best, and it's probably 2 foot deep. I mean, it's absolutely insane. It's an incredible channel to set. But they chewed my damn hole right off. Nope, I thought I had a trap here, but I don't. It's up further on that side. Alright, we're going to shut this down and head up that way. Alright, this is another good channel, just down below where we just were. I've got a 220 in here. I'm going to set it. I wasn't going to, but I had the trap, and I'm going to do it. Probably going to wish I had a 330 in here. A little bit wider trap, but it's alright. Let's grab that one, not that one. I'll have to find probably another pole in here somewhere. For my 1 in a million. Hopefully my SD card is not recording over anything that we've done today. I should just be out checking these straps so that I can get back to the truck. No, really. I'm gonna do that way. Oh, come on. You know you want to go. See, I told you. This channel's pretty deep, but it's really hard bottom. So I don't know if they're continually digging this one out too. I don't see anything here to wire this off to. Actually, you know, I know exactly what we're going to do. These beavers are messing with me in here. All fine and good. Whoa. I don't know. You gonna stay set for me? That. I want to come right here. Yep, bring that up like that. Oh no. I think I poked a hole in my glove. Alright, let's do that. I've got one decent pole left, and I planned on using that for my 1 in a million, but I'm going to throw it on here for a dipole. Yep, like that. Alright, there's that one. Alright, I'm going to shut this down, get through here, let's go check some beaver traps. Alright, and then there's a trap right there. And if there's nothing in them, I'm not going to stop. Yep, that was sprung again, probably from muskrat. I might pull that one right out of there. That's good. Yeah, that feed pile's getting bigger. It's getting a lot bigger. I do have to get out and walk in up here. Oh, that trap's all messed up. Let's put that there. Hopefully I'm not recording over anything. I don't know that we're not, but pull my boat up here. Yeah, like that. Right in the throat. That was good. Alright. Yeah, that trap's definitely messed up. Again. And again with nothing in it. It's gotta be muskrat. It has to be muskrat up here. I can't. I don't know. Yep, this trap too. Again, with nothing in it. Buried right in the ground. I don't see the point in keeping these in here. I'm going to take these out. Alright, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to pull these two traps out. Obviously there's beaver coming in and out of here, but rats are getting in here first. I'm going to shut this down. Next time we come back, we'll come back with a smaller trap. I don't have any 220s with me right now, but that's what we're going to put in here. I decided not to pull these out. I can't pull them out. I can't do it. And I can't give up. So what I did was I left that one on one pole. My other pole's gone. Just completely gone. I don't know, there's something up in here that doesn't add up to me, but anyway. I put that on one pole, laid it down, coming through from this beaver hut. I mean, this is an absolute highway. And then over here, I dragged this one, and instead of putting it up here where it's a little bit wider where it falls down, I put it right in the narrow spot right here with a dipole and wired off. I don't know, we're going to try that. Alright, let's get up the brook and see if there's anything else up there. Alright, I know we have a trap here. That might be it right there. Not looking like it's been bothered too much. I can't see up in there. Yep, that one's still set. Alright, let's paddle up here. I think there's one more up here on the left. I mean, I don't know what's going on in here. I'm not the best beaver trapper in the world by far, but I am absolutely better than what's happening up here. I don't understand what's going on. Traps are fired off and completely buried in the ground. I don't know. It's really weird to me. There's a trap right there. I don't think there's anything in that one either. Oh, maybe it's not right here. I thought it was right there. Oh, maybe it's right there behind me. Yep, I think it's right here behind me. Maybe it should have been right there. That looks like a pretty good place. check that one. I'm gonna check that. And wow, look at this. This is absolutely insane. Okay, boat, don't go anywhere. I need to get back home, back to the truck. So, yeah, I don't know. This is, I guess, my only other option that I can really do is bring a trail camera up here to see what literally is going on or not going on. I don't know. That trap's still set. I guess we'll leave it for now. I'm going to pull that one that sprung on the way out. I'm going to take that one home. Can I get a pole here? Maybe. For my little 1 in a million. I don't even see any decent poles here for that. Yeah, this beaver hut's all rotten and falling apart and falling in. That one might work. I gotta go find that place now. Alright, I'm gonna throw this in the boat. I'm gonna shut the camera down until we find that spot, and we'll turn it back on. Alright, so I pulled the trap on the way out. It's in my kayak right now. We added, I don't know, 10, 11 muskrat traps, I guess. A little discouraging up in here with the beaver. I don't know what's going on. I find it hard to believe that muskrat set them off and just completely buried them in the bottom of the runway of the channel. I don't know. So I think maybe the next time we come up in here we might pull these traps. I do have a few more places I want to go in the kayak. It is going to start getting colder next week. I know there's one day it's only supposed to be in the low 30s for a high. So anything I'm going to do in the kayak, I got to do it, and do it soon. That being said, it's going to wrap it up for today. My hands are really, really cold. I mean, they're red. They don't ever get cold. So I'm going to hammer trucks right there. We're going to go to the truck, and then we're going to head home. So, alright, muskrat trapping in the blizzard. The blizzard's gone. It's raining out now. I'm going to head home. Oh, there goes a couple ducks, 3 ducks. Alright, that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. YGB, I'm out.